I had a cat for 2 years, and for 2 years she wanted absolutely nothing to do with me. She would leave the room when I walked in. She would flinch when I reached down to pet her. She would stare at me from across the room like I was a stranger who had broken into her house. I did everything I thought was right. I fed her premium food. I bought her toys. I gave her space. Nothing worked. Then I discovered 5 things that changed our entire relationship in less than 2 weeks. Not expensive things. Not complicated things. 5 simple things that most cat owners have never heard of. And the moment I started doing them, she became a completely different cat around me. Here is the hard truth nobody wants to say out loud. If your cat seems distant, stressed, avoids you, or just tolerates your presence without actually wanting to be near you, the problem is almost never the cat. It is something you are doing without realizing it, or something you are not doing that your cat desperately needs. And the worst part, most owners go their entire lives never figuring this out. Their cat stays distant, the bond never deepens, and they just assume that is how cats are. It is not how cats are. It is how uninformed owners accidentally make their cats feel. Stay with me, because what I am about to share completely changed my relationship with my cat, and it will change yours too. Number 4 is the one that genuinely shocked me. There is actual university research behind it. Do not skip ahead. Point 1. Sitting on the floor at your cat's level. And I know what you are thinking. That sounds too simple to actually matter. I thought the exact same thing until I tried it. Here is what is actually happening every single time you stand or sit above your cat. Cats are small prey-sized animals, and in the wild, any creature larger than them looking down at them from above means one of 2 things: predator or threat. Their nervous system does not know you are there. Loving owner. It knows you are large. It knows you are above them, and it responds accordingly with caution, with distance, with that look that says I would rather be somewhere else right now. The moment you sit on the floor, you are no longer a giant looming presence. You become something equal, something safe, something that does not trigger that ancient alarm system running quietly in the back of every cat's brain. I remember the first time I tried this with my own cat. I just sat on the floor in the living room. No phone, no reaching out, no calling her name, just sitting there. Within 5 minutes, she walked over on her own and sat right next to me. That was the first time in weeks she had chosen to be close to me voluntarily. Cats who seem permanently distant or anxious almost always open up faster when their owner simply starts spending time at floor level. No forced interaction, no grabbing, no picking up. Just sit there, let them sniff you, let them walk around you, let them make the choice to come closer on their own terms. You will be genuinely surprised how quickly a cat opens up when you accidentally stop being a threat without even realizing you were one. Scratching the spots your cat secretly craves. And almost nobody does this correctly. Everyone scratches their cat, behind the ears, top of the head, the same 3 obvious spots every single time, and your cat tolerates it, maybe even leans in slightly, but you are missing the spots that trigger something completely different. Cats have specific areas where being touched activates a deep, almost involuntary response. The base of the tail where the spine ends, the spot right behind the whiskers, on the cheek, not on the whiskers themselves, right behind them, the area directly under the chin where the jawbone meets the neck, the spot behind the ears where the skull curves down. These are areas they physically cannot groom themselves, areas that in the wild would only be touched by a cat they completely trusted, a bonded companion, littermate, a mother. When you find these spots, you will know immediately. The slow half-closed eyes, the head pushing firmly back into your hand, the low rumbling purr that sounds different from the usual one, sometimes even a little drool. That reaction is not just enjoyment. That is your cat trusting you with something genuinely vulnerable. And every time that happens, you are depositing trust directly into the bond between you. Talking to your cat in short, soft phrases. And the science behind this is more fascinating than most people expect. Your cat does not understand your words, but they understand something much more important: your tone, your rhythm, your energy, and the pattern of how you communicate. Here's what most owners do wrong. long sentences, normal conversational volume, fast talking, excited high-pitched squealing. All of that registers to a cat as unpredictable energy. Erratic, slightly alarming, the kind of energy that makes a cat want to create distance rather than come closer. Now think about how cats actually communicate with each other. It is never long. It is never loud. It is short, soft, intentional, a small chirp, a brief trill, a quiet meow that means exactly one specific thing. When you start talking to your cat in short, calm phrases, "Hey, you okay? Come here, good boy," you are communicating in a pattern that their brain recognizes as safe, as familiar, as something closer to their own language than normal human conversation ever sounds. I have seen owner after owner complain that their cat completely ignores them, and almost every single time they are either talking too loudly, too much, or too fast. The moment they slow down, soften their voice, and shorten their phrases, their cat starts actually responding. More eye contact, more vocalizing back, more choosing to be in the same room. And this is the one that genuinely shocked me when I first learned about it. There is actual university research behind this. Offering food from your hand once a week. You already feed your cat every single day. But there is a massive and scientifically documented difference between placing a bowl down and offering food directly from your open palm. When a cat eats from your hand, their brain does not just register "this human feeds me." It registers something far more primal and far more powerful than that. "This human is part of my survival." A study by the University of Lincoln confirmed this directly. Cats show measurably and significantly increased trust toward humans when fed by hand compared to bowl feeding alone. It activates a specific trust response in the feline brain that regular daily feeding simply never triggers, no matter how consistently or how lovingly you do it. You do not need to do this at every meal. You do not need to change your entire feeding routine. Even once a week, a small handful of kibble, a single treat, a tiny piece of boiled chicken held out flat on your open palm is enough to slowly and consistently rewire how your cat sees you. Not just as the person who fills the bowl, but as a trusted companion who is genuinely part of their world. Try this for 2 weeks consistently, and pay attention to how differently your cat looks at you. The eye contact will change. The willingness to be close will change. The whole energy of your relationship will shift in a way that is honestly difficult to describe until you experience it yourself. Letting your cat hunt, not just chase. And this is the one that explains so much confusing cat behavior that most owners never understand. When you play with your cat, you are probably moving a toy around and letting them swipe at it. Your cat enjoys it for about 2 minutes. Then they walk away, and you think they are bored or weird, or just being a cat. They are not bored, they are unsatisfied. And that distinction matters enormously. Because cats do not just want to chase. They are biologically wired to complete a full hunt cycle. Stalk, chase, catch, kill. That final stage, the catch, is not optional entertainment. It is a neurological need. According to International Cat Care, if a cat never completes that final step, their nervous system stays in a persistent state of frustration. Not mild disappointment, genuine physiological frustration. And that frustration does not disappear when playtime ends. It carries over. It shows up as restlessness, aggression, destructive behavior, and a cat that seems permanently on edge for no reason you can identify. You have been accidentally doing this to your cat every single play session without knowing it. Here is the fix. Start letting your cat actually catch the toy. Let them grab it. Let them bite it. Let them kick it with their back legs and really work it. Then slow the toy down gradually. Let them complete the kill. Then end the play session completely. Walk away. Let it be finished. You will notice something remarkable. Your cat walks away calm, settled, satisfied in a way you have probably never seen after a play session before. That is a cat whose deepest instincts have been fully respected. And a cat whose instincts are respected consistently is a genuinely happy, genuinely bonded cat. Here is what connects all 5 of these things at the deepest level. None of them require money. None of them require special equipment or complicated Routines. Every single one of them requires only one thing: understanding your cat for what they actually are, not what we assume they are. Cats are not cold. They are not indifferent. They are not the aloof, mysterious creatures that popular culture has convinced us they are. They are complex, emotionally sensitive, deeply intelligent animals running ancient instincts in a modern world. And when the humans in their life understand those instincts and respond to them, the transformation in the relationship is genuinely beautiful. My cat went from wanting nothing to do with me to sleeping on my chest every single night. Not because I spent more money, not because I bought better toys, because I finally started speaking her language. Your cat wants that bond with you. They are already trying to show you. You just needed to know how to see it. Which one of these 5 things are you going to try first? Drop it in the comments right now. I read every single one. And if your cat has ever done something that completely changed your relationship with them, I want to hear that story too. If this video gave you even one thing you did not know before, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this reach more cat owners who actually care the way you do. Subscribe, because there is so much more coming, and your cat would probably want you to know all of it.